Hey guys, thanks for joining me again to watch the making of Jack Houston. It's a new year. Got my cup of coffee. I'm ready to go. Mm. Actually, I think I need another cup of coffee. Okay, so if you missed it, there was an update just a few days ago, and I revealed some of the new backgrounds and stuff. So definitely check that out. If you're not a backer, you can see all the updates on either Kickstarter, or if you want to become a backer now, a slacker backer, as Tim Schafer calls them. You can do so by going to the website and warbirdgames.com, and you can pre-order for as little as $15. You can just pre-order the first episode and through Humble Bundle, and become a backer and get access to everything on the forums, including all the updates and stuff. So definitely check that out. Okay. Also, if you haven't already, check out this game here, Serena. It's on Steam. It's free. It's just amazing. It's getting a lot of press. It's made by some real passionate adventure game folks out there, and it features the voice of one of the two guys from Andromeda. So come on, I mean, come on, definitely check it out. It's just incredible. Okay, so let's get started here. We're going to start off with the rocket. Now, if you recall, this is the original prototype, and it looks horrible. It is a prototype of the interior of the rocket, and it's kind of a submarine design where the rocket is it's sort of laying out lengthwise. And I decided to go a different route. I decided to stack the floors and have them one on top of the other with a ladder going in between, and that's what I ended up with. Design more like this. This is actually what you're looking at here is it's a model kit for the interior of the flying sub from Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea from Irwin Allen, old TV show. Really cool style and design in these, especially in the in the interior and exterior. Really, you should see what the exterior looks like. These things are really cool. All the designs in Irwin Allen shows, Land of the Giants and Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, and of course. Uh, uh, Lost in Space, which everybody probably knows a lot better than the other two. Um, so yeah, really cool design, and I liked the way that it looked like it was the interior of something, some kind of round rocket. I had to kind of Photoshop it to make it look like that, but gave me an idea to kind of do something sort of like this. So um, what I ended up with now, of course, I can't use this imagery. I mean, this is from a model kit. I had to create from scratch something that would kind of be reminiscent of this, and this is the final interior of the rocket, Jack's rocket Bimini. This is in layers. This is a glare here. If you look right here, this is a little glare piece. I'm not going to worry about that right now. And then this ladder piece is actually in the foreground, and then this is the background. Of course, there's some stuff here that's kind of ugly. That's because you're never going to see it in the game, so no point in messing with it. Now, what I'm going to do is first I'm going to pop this ladder out and make a walk behind. I'm going to put this in AGS. Now, yes, we are switching over to Unity currently. That is the plan, but we're about a month behind in those plans. So right now we are still using AGS. And that will hopefully change very soon. As soon as the switchover happens, which is looks like it's going to be in a couple of weeks, then we'll go to Unity. For now, I'm still prototyping in AGS. And by the way, this is actually this image was created, and my master is created in a resolution meant for 1920 by 1080 HD. That means that it means that it's 1080 tall and as wide as I want it to be. In some cases, it's even taller than 1080, but it's made to be displayed in 1920 by 1080. So this would be in a 1920 by 1080 window. This version you're seeing right here is 768 pixels tall because it has been downsized for AGS. So I have a whole AGS ready step that I take these graphics through, but of course the masters are always made to be in HD. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a way to, if you don't know how to do this already and you're getting into AGS, this might be interesting to you. I'm going to create a mat to be able to put this in the foreground without having to draw all of these tiny little holes in the walk behind interface. Okay, so I'm going to start by filling the background behind it black. This is a separate layer here. Got a little black layer, and then I'm going to duplicate my ladder, Okay, and I'm going to make the duplicate white, and we do that by dragging this little output level thing. You can do this side will go all the way black, this side will go all the way white. This is if you mess around with black, brightness or contrast or something, this is the easiest way to do it. Just do it in levels, and don't go down to output levels, and boom, it's white. I'm also going to get rid of some of this extraneous stuff up here that doesn't really need to be part of any kind of walk behind. And not that it really matters, but it just keeps it a little bit cleaner. Okay, so next I'm going to crunch the colors here. Okay, so there are several ways to do this. But what I'm probably going to do is go ahead and go to index color. And the fewest colors I can have here are 3. Actually, I'm going to take out the transparency, and then I think I can go to 2. There we go. So now we've got two color. Okay, so this is good. This is a bitmap. This is perfect. Now, this is important because for every shade of gray that you have, or whatever color, doesn't matter, whatever shade of whatever color you have in this 256 color palette, which it is eventually going to be saved as. I'm going to use save for web here, and see, I've got black and I've got white. For every shade that you have, okay, black is your background color, and every one of these shades, all the way up to here, can be a walk behind. So if you have a grayscaled background here, you're going to end up with tons of little walk behinds just thrown in there. It's going to be terrible. You don't want to deal with that. Okay, so you want to crunch it down to 2 colors if you're dealing with one walk behind like I am here. But you can, of course, have as many walk behinds as you want and just make each one of them a different shade, a different color. That's fine, too. I'm going to save this. I'm going to write over this old one because I was experimenting around before I started the broadcast. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to save the full image with the ladder and everything intact as a PNG. And I'm going to save it to my AGS ready folder here. I'm going to save it over this old one again. Place the old one. Okay, and there we go. So now I've got the PSD, and I've got a nice organized PSD here with my matte. I'm going to put my matte in a little. Just realized you can't actually see what I'm doing here. Make a little group called matte, and try to always keep your ladder matte, and then matte BG, oops, BG, oops, BG, oops, BG, and there we go. And we're gonna take turn that off there. There's the glare. That's just glare overlay. Like I said, I'm going to leave that alone for now, but that wouldn't be too hard to integrate. So there's my matte, and there's my ladder, there's my background, and I'm going to save that as the AGS ready PSD. So there we go. And we're done with that. Next, it is time to put it into the engine. Okay, so I'm going to go to Rooms, and I'm going to load up the main deck. Alrighty, and there's the main deck. I'm going to change this, and I'm going to open up my rooms. And rocket. AGS ready. Okay, and there's my room. Great, yes, it's asking me, do I want to do this? Because I'm going to have to redo everything. Yes, that's fine. Now I'm going to go to walk behinds. And okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this icon right here, import mask from file. I'm going to import the matte that we made here, and that's fine. And then we're going to go here, and hey, look, there it is. Okay, so that is the walk behind area 1, and there is no area 2. That's what we wanted. We just want one walk behind area. Now, what's really important is that we need to set the baseline for this walk behind. Remember when you do that, this is what causes a lot of people problems. I think you import this thing in, you think, okay, I'm done. Wait, you gotta set the baseline. Now I don't actually have walkable areas yet, so I'm kind of setting somewhat of an arbitrary baseline here. I'm going to enlarge this a bit so that the screen here can become more of the recording area, and I'm going to set some walkable areas. This is just going to be kind of a quick and dirty walkable area here. So let's go to walkable areas, and I'll draw a box. Yeah, I'll draw a box here, and then I'll go ahead and do lines here, going across, and then I'm just gonna cut it off right there, and then fill. And then what I'm gonna do is go here and continue my lines. Here. I'm gonna have to do this again on the other side as well. That's fine. Fill that, and then come right back, and yeah, go ahead and do the same for this over here actually, because I left a little bit out. Okay, there we go. Oops. All right, and that's done. Got a weird little area here. I'll use the right click to erase, and then I'm going to right click with fill to erase that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the walkable area right where I want there to be, a blocking area right here, because of course you can't walk straight through the ladder. And that does that pretty much. That's good. And I'm going to add just a little extra walking area at the top there. And there's my walkable areas. Let's go ahead and come around just a wee bit so that that's not quite so thick. Fill, and it looks good. There's my walkable areas. Okay, this is again just for testing anyway. So there's my walkable areas. Now I know that this right here is going to be where I'm going to come around behind it. Okay, so when I look at my walk behinds, I want to make sure that my walk behind is right around the same spot. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to save that. And we're ready to run it. So here we go. And here's Jack. He's walking around. And if you look here, he's actually walking right behind all that texture here, all these little holes and everything, and looking great. We got that for free without having to draw it all through that mat that we imported, and that's great. And we can walk up the door here, and he gets bigger as he comes forward, of course. And if you see these little blue things over here, these are actually little placeholder cups, but they're objects that he can pick up that they're still in the background there. They're just kind of hidden behind this. And here's an arc welder. So if I click on the arc welder and then pick it up, well, I can look at it. And it doesn't do anything yet. I can pick it up, and now it's in my inventory. This is all placeholder graphics, of course. Obviously, arc welder looks nothing like two blue balloons, but there we go. And I can use it on Jack. Ow, that might hurt. And we have some functionality there, and we can walk around. We can look at these little objects back here that probably need to be moved out into the open, but there you go. Oh, okay, well, that's fine. Ready for the next step, which is going to be getting more functionality in these little buttons and doodads here, although I might just move on to the next scene, because after all, this is just a prototype. This is just a test, folks. And of course, I don't have a climb animation yet for him to climb the ladder, but that would be what would happen if you click on the ladder. Also, I should point out this whole screen isn't quite done yet. There's going to be some light coming down from the bottom, because there's more to do on this ladder here. A lot of work to be done all the way around, of course, but it's starting to come together, and I'm liking it, and I'm ready to move on. So there you go. There are the 3 stages of the interior, stage 1 and stage 2, and now playable, finally, the real thing. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you soon as I continue to make Jack Houston right here on YouTube. Thanks.